going on, guys? So I'm waiting for the starter motor brushes to come in. They should be here any day now. But while I've got the whole bike taken apart, I thought I might go ahead and do something that might be a little bit risky. See, ever since owning this bike, which has been around 2 years now, I remember one of the first things I wanted to do, I'm not sure why, but one of the main things I wanted to do was change out these screws to the engine covers. Because I knew that being an old Japanese bike, it wasn't a Phillips head screw, it was a JIS type screw, which is very similar, just a little bit more. JIS is a little bit more tapered, a little bit more pointy. But these are all basically seized, being a really old bike. So that was something that I've always wanted to do, but I was always a bit scared because opening up the engine covers just seemed a bit too risky. But fast forward 2 years later, I've opened up the other side because I had to replace the starter motor, and it's not so scary anymore. And what I'm thinking is I want to take these screws out and see if I can get replacements for them, ones which aren't so rusty and seized up. So what I've been using so far is this. It's just an impact driver. It's just an impact driver. I got this one from Super Cheap Auto. Just like that. It's not the best quality, as you can see. It's a bit floppy, but it does the work. There's a sort of like a mechanism inside where if you strike it with a hammer, it will go in and then twist, and that normally is enough to free up the screws. And yeah, these are just pretty standard bits. They're pretty big, and the whole it's a real brute force method. I figured that anything becomes a Phillips head screw when you bang it hard enough. So we're going to use this. We're going to try and open up this. Well, not even open up the cover. We're just going to try and take the screws out. And hopefully I don't strip a bolt. I'm mainly recording this because I have a tendency of taking unnecessary risks and screwing things up. But I really hope I don't screw this up. So I'm just going to prop this camera over there, and we're just going to start banging at it. Hopefully it all goes according to plan. So I'm doing this method. A lot of you guys saw this in my previous video and seem to like it. I'm just drawing out a template on a piece of cardboard, and each time I take out a screw, I'm just going to pop it into its respective holes, because all these screws, they all look the same on the outside, but they're pretty much different lengths. So it's good to just manage where you keep everything. This one has like 13 screws, so it's going to be a bit of a trek. So yeah, let's get to it. It's actually really cool because when you're hitting the damn thing, as soon as it starts rotating, a whole bunch of dust just flies out. There's so much build up in this. Alright, so all of them are pretty much, all of them were stuck, but this one, I'm sure you guys can see that. Let's get you into the sunlight. Look at this one. That one is definitely needs to be replaced. Alright, we are done. That went very well. We took out 14 screws from one side, and then I've got like 16 screws from the other side. And they were all basically like fucked. One of them was very bad, very corroded, definitely stuck. But they all came out quite well. So I'm pretty happy with that. You know, so as I was saying before, when I first got my bike, changing out these screws was something that I wanted to do. One of the first things I wanted to do, just because I knew it was going to present a problem later on. So I asked around and I got a few quotes, and they were all quoting me around $300 to $500 just to take these screws out and replace them. And I get it, because it's an old bike, you never know what's going to happen. Maybe a screw might break and you have to drill the whole thing out, which would suck. And a mechanic's hourly rate is like $125 at least. So this would be probably a 2-hour job. So already that's $250. But I'm very glad that I didn't pay a mechanic $500 to do this, and I took it upon myself. I love this tool. Where is it? I love this little impact driver, guys. Just from Super Cheap Auto, $15. It's a cheap one as well. It's not very well made, but it's just something to hammer in and to turn at the same time, and it does the trick, obviously. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these inside, we're going to measure them and just sort of keep tally on how many we need, and then we're going to take it to a local nut and bolt shop and see if we can buy some replacements. Alright, let's go. Alright, so they're all in now. I dig it. I actually really like it. I was a bit worried because the old screws had this beautiful patina on it, and it just looks really old in a good way. And I was scared that if I put these new screws on, it might be a bit too shiny or be a bit too new. But it looks great. I actually really dig it. What I ended up getting are these black Allen key head screws. He had the same lengths and the threads and everything. I just asked for an Allen head, Allen screw head, Yeah, because it's just easier to get out. You know, it's a lot harder to strip a Allen key head screw than a Phillips head. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I've put this side on. The other side, I still need to wait until I fix it up with the starter motor. So that's going to be on hold for a day or so. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Just changing over screws. It seems like something that's really simple, and it actually was. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, but it was something that was scary. Something that was scary 2 years ago, and something that I really wished that like when I started today, I was just like, I hope this doesn't go wrong. I hope I don't break a screw or something, because I just know that if anything goes wrong with the engine, I do not have the money first and foremost to fix it, nor the tools and the time and the mental capacity. So this is a win. This is a big win. The thing that I really like about this bike is that the more you work on it, the more parts that you touch, you just slowly revitalize it. You slowly just switch out the old rusty parts with new parts, or you polish old parts, or repaint old parts, and just slowly over time you just breathe new life into the bike, which is something that I really enjoy with this Kawasaki. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.